Vishalan Naidu, he is a legal analyst and advocate and joins us from Durban in South Africa. Good to have you on the program with us. As I mentioned there, the deadline for Zuma to turn himself in passed at midnight Sunday, and the deadline for his arrest comes at midnight on Wednesday. Is there a hesitation to arrest the former president? Why isn't he already in prison?
The former president brought an application to stop his arrest pending a challenge of the Constitutional Court order. He wants to have the order of the Constitutional Court rescinded, which his opponents contend in court. It's a disguised appeal. That's the reason why he has not been arrested yet. That application was heard by a local court in Pietermaritzburg, which isn't too far from Durban, yesterday, and that judgment will be delivered on Friday. As a result of those court proceedings where he sought to get an interdict to stop his arrest has not been affected. That is essentially the reason why the police have not arrested him. Furthermore, the Minister of Police, Mr. Bekele, has indicated in correspondence to the court and to the country that he will not take any action to arrest Mr. Zuma until these court proceedings are finalized on Friday, or until any other court proceedings, if it does arise, finalize this matter. That is essentially where we stand at present in this issue. The Constitutional Court, we must remember, made an order that he is held in contempt of court and that he be committed to prison for a 15-month period based on facts that Mr. Zuma had challenged the integrity of our courts, challenged the judiciary, and also launched personal attacks against individual members of the court.
Right.
That was one of the motivating reasons for the Constitutional Court to make that extraordinary order, holding him in contempt and committing him to prison for that period.
So how much of a test is this for the court system in South Africa to not show that Zuma is getting preferential treatment? Because I wonder if he weren't the former president, would he already be in prison? I mean, is he getting preferential treatment because of his status as a former president?
I don't think he is getting preferential treatment by the courts. The fact that the Constitutional Court has made an order committing him to prison, which was extraordinary in our country, indicates that he is not being treated with any preference. What I think is happening is politically he might be given preference in that his arrest has not been effected yet by the politicians because of this alleged or so-called division within the ANC in South Africa. But insofar as the courts are concerned, I believe that he hasn't been granted any preference. If any accusation can be made against the courts, I think that the courts have been very patient with Mr. Zuma over this period of time. And the fact that he attacked the Constitutional Court and refused to oppose the proceedings, but merely filed a letter where he denounced the Constitutional Court, shows that it was their last straw. And there was nothing else they could do but to set an example and have Mr. Zuma found in contempt and arrested because he is flouting the Constitution and making a mockery of the rule of law in South Africa. And we must bear in mind that he was our former president and the #1 citizen who was needed to uphold the law in this country, including the Constitution.
Zuma has exhausted a number of legal challenges against his prison sentence. Do you think that any of those challenges hold any merit?
To put it this way, no. His application to the local court to suspend his arrest pending a constitutional challenge of contempt proceedings and a rescission of the Constitutional Court order is, in my view, convoluted, and it has the hallmarks of a dodgy debtor who's trying to evade justice. He refused to go to the Constitutional Court to set out a case opposing the contempt proceedings, but has now sought to oppose the proceedings in this manner, which is very contradictory and doesn't make sense at all. His entire case, in my view, that was heard yesterday did not have a solid foundation to be sustained. And I'm of the view that this application would be dismissed on Friday merely on the basis that a lower court doesn't have jurisdiction to stop or suspend a court order of a higher court, especially the Constitutional Court.
Okay. All right, we'll leave it there. Vishalan Naidu, thank you so much.